This program is brought to you by Emory University.
Yes.
Your Holiness, good morning and welcome to Emory. I'm Kim Urquhart. I'm the editor of the Emory Report. And we've seen how the Emory-Tibet Science Initiative is making notable progress in its first 3 years as a 5-year pilot program. Why do you refer to this as a 100-year project?
Modern science
if you look at the history of science in the world, it's over time science really progresses.
Science
Yes. So it's helpful to think of a kind of a time frame within which we can conceive the fruits of this collaboration. So if we say about 100 years, then over this period, of course, science is going to go through a tremendous development and advances itself. But at the same time, there will be this opportunity to encounter the classical Indian and Tibetan Buddhist knowledge.
And also now, last is a few years because of the experience. It seems clear, it is very possible and important to new ideas synthesize from synthesize or the scientific sort of knowledge or research sort of finding and Buddhist explanation. Now, because of to dini chodum cheni, ya lotus sava because that nizu sava shen sort nizu sava chodum je
So what the experiences of these kind of dialogues over the last decades, several decades, have demonstrated is the potential that exists through this kind of encounter to move towards a more integrated kind of understanding of the world, which can then, through this kind of encounter, lead to new insights and also new way of looking at things.
Hi, Your Holiness. I'm Kate Brumbach with the Associated Press. What kind of impact do you think the Emory-Tibet Science Initiative has had in its first 3 years so far?
Yeah. I mean, to begin with, one practical outcome of this has been, now if we were to start courses in science, we now have actual textbooks that we can use in these classes.
It's not easy to produce. A lot of work.
If I may, there is also benefit in the other direction. Emory University and Western science is benefiting greatly by learning about many of the meditative practices and focus on personality and behavior coming in the other direction. So it's achieved in both places. There has been progress.
Then perhaps I may add something.
Sorry.
Now here, in 20th century, or I think last, I think about 2 centuries, the science and technology really advanced. And like 20th century, I think a lot of achievement during that 20th century. Same time, the 20th century also becomes century of bloodshed, violence. According to some historian, more than 200 million of people killed through violence. Now look, the nuclear weapon actually used during Second World War on Japan. The nuclear physics, one of the great achievements from science. But that great achievement become destructive, brought fear, destruction. So now that shows the scientific sort of development or achievement in order to be constructive, bring more happiness, more peaceful, more sort of healthy world, they ultimately related with our mind, our emotion. This, unless we take some sort of special effort or try to bring inner peace in human mind, full of anger, full of hatred, then these scientific sort of scientific achievement can be destructive. So, the other hand, our mind, the real user of these scientific achievement, user is human being, not other animal. We human being, very intelligent human being. Human being is intelligent mammal. This intelligence balanced with other moral principle. Otherwise, this intelligence alone, dangerous. So in order to make more balance, that intelligence becoming more constructive, the moral ethics are very important. Now moral ethics last, I think 3,000-4,000 years, even I think 5,000 years, the old major religious tradition. You see the emphasis importance of moral ethics. But that not become guarantee. During 20th century, religious faith there. Every people, you see, pray. But meantime, you see, even those use a nuclear weapon, I think before using that weapon, before dropping, I think they may pray. So therefore, now important is the sense of well-being of other, and recognize entire humanity part of we. Now that's another word, compassion, compassionate attitude. Now through religious way, as I mentioned earlier, there's a limitation. Now secular way to promote. You Indian, you know, you see India's constitution itself based on secularism. You know, I think you should explain later. The secularism does not mean disrespect of religion, but rather respect all religion, and also respect non-believer. So that's the meaning of secularism. So I try to promote human value through secular way. Of course, through religious way, already they're doing very good. Now we need another sort of way of approach. That is secular way. Now here, scientific finding is extremely important. So already, you see there's some sort of program, how much sort of usefulness about compassion for our health, for the family, for the society.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.